aggression to some degree. So there is a degree of... A lot of these heroes don't really have escapes. So if they can catch somebody in lane, like any of these heroes are first bloodable.
Shadowfiend especially, he would be looking to shut him down. Like that's like the easiest first blood if he actually gets into a good position. Sometimes he has that Orb of Venom, even better. Orb of Venom boots and the Leech Seed. That'll be an easy kill on the Shadowfiend.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, he is going to go boots first. I'd be surprised if he levels anything besides Leech Seed here.
You know, one thing forgotten about this hero is like he always gives an advantage to your middle laner, which is crucial with a hero like Storm. You need to have a good start, snowball out of control, and the living armor could be a difference maker in the lane between life or death.
Yeah, especially against the Shadow Fiend. No real easy way for him to deal with it. I guess Shadow Rays does kind of help cut through that damage, or the damage mitigation rather, but... All right, I'm really excited. This is a PPD classic, and it pairs pretty well with the Lightning, or with the Lion rather. I feel like they kind of complement each other in terms of lacking what the other has.
And the other one thing I can see the Treant doing in the latest part of the game, his ultimate will be so valuable against the Medusa. Like, for example, Medusa runs in with Stone Gaze, gazes your teammate, someone turns to stone, comes in with the tank, like the Overgrowth, bails your team out. And something...
It's a great disengage.
Something along the lines like that could be a very great usage of the Overgrowth.
Yeah, now we have to remember Dusa usually gets Manta, and this game will certainly be interested in grabbing it to try and deal with the Overgrowth.
Yeah, this game probably Manta would be his go-to item just to deal with the Overgrowth from the Treant Protector. And here we go. So, top rune we have 3 heroes from CDAC, and the other 2, the Lich and the Centaur, will actually probably try and contest the bottom rune. And before any action starts with the bounty runes, let's take it away.
Let's introduce, alright, EG on the Radiant side. Universe will take the Beastmaster to the off lane. PPD on his classic tree. In the mid, it'll be Sumail on the Storm Spirit. And uh-oh, we're going to see this skirmish. I was too slow on it, Winter. Maybe we'll be able to secure the rune here. It looks like they see the boar. They'll be able to scare him back. No gold exchanged. 1-to-1 on the bounty runes, as down bottom, Fear on the Juggernaut will pick up that, and we'll have Aoi 2000 on the Lion.
They're actually going to lane the Dusa mid and Shadowfiend safe lane. One thing positive I can say about this is Medusa is a much more difficult kill if PPD wants to roam mid with the mana shield, so Shadowfiend would have a much safer early game, much more farm, and yeah, less pressure obviously.
So Dire side, Mikasa will take the Shadow Fiend safe lane. Gardner will be supporting him on the Earthshaker, maybe mid on the Medusa, and then the 2-1-2 is real. Q on the off lane, Lich supporting aggressive here on the Centaur.
Yeah, and you can see PPD already starting to be aggressive on the top side of the map, throwing a couple of punches on Mikasa. Shadowfiend obviously
doubles his damage here.
Yeah, Shadowfiend obviously level 1 doesn't do much with Necromancer and Treant. Those punches, I missed those punches, man.
They hurt. They really hurt. He's like Rocky when he gets in the ring. He's just dropping the hammer and thinking about a wraparound here. Gardner with pretty good positioning, eager to block out PPD if he comes around. I feel like the Earthshaker, one of the better heroes to try and deal with this early Treant boots.
This lane is very dangerous for the Shadowfiend, I want to say. Like, they have a slow from the ball, Leech Seed slow, and maybe they would want to get an Orb of Venom like I mentioned before, so to increase the kill potential of the lane.
You can tell how scared they are of PPD though. Look at this size. Or, God, I keep calling him Zai. I gotta get out of this habit. Universe here on the Beastmaster, racking up the last hit. Shadowfiend has a single last hit to his name right now, and goes that first point in Necromastery, so no burst potential with the Rays. Well, now he gains level 2, but...
Yeah, both safe lane not going too well. If you look at bottom, the Lich Centaur giving a hard time to Fear. So Fear has 2 last hits. It's just the same as the Shadowfiend. Both of the safe lane having a lot of trouble, under a lot of pressure at this point. 2-minute rune gonna spawn top, bounty rune, and the bottom one will be taken by the Lich illusion rune. This feels like a mirror matchup, you know, both teams trying to do the same thing, pressure the safe lane, the other supports controlling the other runes, and Storm and Medusa just facing off in middle lane. No one has a bottle yet. Storm 9 last hits. Medusa has 9 last hits as well. This game is as even as it gets, you know.
Both teams with their pull camps available. Looks like PPD's actually blocked it out with his big leafy body. But down bottom, Aoi 2000 will utilize his. He'll not do a pull through, but is at least finding some experience himself on his Lion. Now up top, maybe this is the fight. PPD punches Gardner, and nope, disengages. Still holding on to that Leech Seed. Soon to be level 2, though.
Yeah, having the armor as soon as possible will be great help to all the other lanes, and obviously you can easily turn a fight, not to mention the safe lane as well, the 2v2 fight. Center drops a spell, Lich drops a spell, and they're busy right-clicking, trying to get the last hit. Living armor comes in, and you might just turn a first blood easily to your favor. So PPD will want to have access to the living armor as soon as he can, just one CS away from the experience getting the level 2.
So Fear finally gets level 3 in the bottom lane, 5 and 2 on CS, and the Shadow Fiend, now that he's leveled up Raze, can actually start finding some last hits. Level 2 Shadow Raze means he can just kind of sit back, spam a little bit, and find stray creep kills here and there, making his life a lot easier.
There we go. Zeri, Orb of Venom on the Beastmaster. He just purchased it.
Okay, there you go. Universe ready to set up some of that kill potential. He's going for the Call of the Wild primary build here. Value point in the Inner Beast, but leveling up the boar.
Wow, he actually went for 1-2-1. Huh. Pretty interesting, I guess.
Which part's more interesting, the Wild Axes or the Inner Beast?
No, I didn't expect him to get 1 point in Inner Beast because, like, having more points than Axe, obviously, against a hero like Shadow. Shadow Fiend has very little armor. Axe is physical damage, so Axe would deal a lot of damage. Thus, increase your kill potential in the lane. Having the aura is nice as well, but I'm not sure, but I guess both is fine. Like, he plays a lot of Beastmaster, so he should know what is best in his situation here.
Yeah, it varies a little bit. You see some just grab that first point and just kind of leave it there. It's just sort of a general... Like,
yeah, the 15
value
attack
speed buff
is very nice to have. And middle lane, we go back to the middle lane. It's still fairly even. Sumail pulled slightly ahead with 24-20 at this point. And bottom lane, Jug continues to struggle. 11 last hits at this point. Shadow Fiend's already starting to pull away to 19.
Yeah, the difference though is they have this Lion who's in the jungle, and he's actually getting a little bit of experience himself. He's found his level 3 Lich. He's actually, okay, a little further ahead. How's Garter up top? He's level 3 as well. PPD soon to be level 3 himself. So yeah, still very even, just glancing at the graph. EG with like a very minor gold lead of like 300. Probably coming from Sumail in the mid.
I think top lane would be very good for C-Deck. Once the Shadow Fiend gets level 5, then they can have the vision into triple race, possibly taking out the Beastmaster from full health. He's gonna be level 5 fairly soon.
Yeah.
This is gonna open up a lot of kill potential on this lane.
PPD pulls the creep wave out of the lane, and looks like he'll just intercept to get a little bit of creep equilibrium back in favor of EG, so they can kind of farm outside of tower range as Universe does a little bit of blocking. So far, PPD hasn't been able to do too much. There we go. Leech Seed used as he goes in onto Mikasa. Garter's there with the fissure to help break it up. PPD taking a lot of damage, denied by the neutral as the Satyr comes in. That is a stroke of good luck there for EG.
That was super lucky for EG. That was the first blood. And it would have given the Shadow Fiend completed threats and, yeah, even the Aquila a bit of spare gold there.
Okay, so that's
Lady Luck bailing EG out this time.
Although still okay for the Shadow Fiend. Mikasa getting a lot of farm now, and Universe kind of out of the lane, going for the top rune. Not going to be able to find it. The Earthshaker will grab the regen that had spawned. So even though they don't get the first blood, still Mikasa getting a lot of space in the lane. Now his power treads up and closing in on that level 6 mark.
This type of game is very favorable for the side that has Storm, because you can easily break apart the lanes with your rotations, and I would like to see Storm get a TP soon. He doesn't have access to the courier now, but probably gonna finish his threats and get a TP, so he can easily turn the tide of fight top lane or bottom lane. That's something strong, is extremely strong, and Medusa not gonna be so, you don't really want to go help that early.
Yeah. So Fear moving into some neutrals here. Looks like he wants to stack up this camp, though. Did he do it a little early? Yeah, this is not going to stack, actually.
He wants to find a kill middle with the Omni Sash, but Lich is already here. But no points in Frost Armor, though, so at most he can just use his body to try and soak up some of the Omni Sash damage if Fear does come in with Sumail.
Fear still just farming up the neutrals for now, trying to do this efficiency where he moves into the jungle and leaves the lane for Lion, so Aoi can find a little farm himself. He dings level 4 with those boots. Aoi, a smoke, ready to go.
No points in Vortex yet, by the way, Andrew, on Sumail.
Oh, okay. Bit more of a defensive build here. He clears out that stack that Fear was kind of playing with. Good news for Sumail, gets a little bump, and we'll have his power treads and wand completed.
Yeah, here we go. Power treads 1 TP score. He's looking at the position of the 2 lanes. He he has a very good chance of getting a kill in both lanes, but I guess the priority would be on the Shadow Fiend at top.
Yeah.
So top lane has to be very suspicious. CDAC has to be very suspicious, like the Storm has been missing for some time. There we go, they place a observer out there, trying to see if the Storm is going to be coming up. Is there a smoke on anyone?
There's a smoke on the Lion, so Aoi has it down bottom.
So he's going to go bottom.
And yeah, that's where Sumail's going to TP. Level 8, full mana, they're ready to go on the Centaur. Aggressive does have level 6, so he has Stampede to try and disengage.
They give it away. They give it away, I guess. They're still going to go in.
Oh, here we go. Yep, the long range zip. They were running aggressive, but Garter's there to break it up. Stampede's used. Now Sumail in a little bit of trouble. Will be able to zip away. But more importantly, CDAC keep their Centaur alive.
I would say the trick favors EG a lot. They have two heroes on me. They forced 2 TPs from CDAC, and nothing happened.
Whoa, Centaur has a blink now. 8.5 minutes.
He had a very good time at the bottom. Thanks to the Lich. This is the sort of game where you want to see Lich have an impact like this. You help the offlane have this sort of impact, and hopefully the Centaur would replay the Lich.
Yeah, well now you see why EG wanted to gank bottom though. They're trying to slow down that Centaur blink timing, and if they got him there, they actually would have done it at just around that like break point before he has it, and unfortunately...
Earthshaker was however, unfortunately, he knew the gang was coming because Aoi was playing slightly aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they actually saw it vision-wise. They just saw the movements of EG.
Yeah, why would the Lion run up without finger?
Yeah, exactly.
To try and do something to the Centaur. It was already...
It's a good read from CDAC though. They handled that very well.
And here we go. The first smoke with the... First smoke gang with the blink on the Centaur, hoping to catch out the Beastmaster here from CDAC. And they are currently showing the Medusa middle. She's playing slightly ahead, but quite defensively, so EG doesn't know where are the supports of CDAC.
They've got a Sentry Ward down Slave. No, there's no ward here. Sumail rotates up on a nice block out onto Universe, throws out the roar. He does get healed up, but they get the kill on the Centaur actually for the first blood. It's Sumail that draws it. Now they'll trade the Beastmaster for Garter. In comes the finger from Aoi. It's EG coming out ahead here. Is now Mikasa left behind. A 1-for-4 trade and a triple for Sumail plus the first blood gold. All of a sudden, he's erupted with this huge net worth boon.
Yeah, that was just coming into play, the living armor. He bought a lot of time for the Beast, even though Universe still eventually died, but CDAC were just forced to chase for that kill because of living armor and resulted into like just giving so much time for the Storm, which is super lucky. That was just one of the few things. Here comes the Stampede.
Up onto Sumail. That's a double edge to bring him down. He says thanks for the Invis rune and walks away. So they end the streak. Centaur gets a little bit of money to his name. But Sumail looks like he bought most of his items before he died.
Yeah, more importantly, the Centaur got a solo kill. He got a lot of levels from that. He's level 8 right now.
Dire's bottom tower
one more point into boost down. More burst damage. And yeah, with the Invis rune, this is going to be a dangerous moment for EG. They have to be really careful in all the lanes. They have no idea where the Centaur could have gone to, so every lane has to be extra cautious. And Universe here, he's saving a bit of gold. I guess
Radiant's
maybe
top tower is under attack.
Perhaps? Yeah, it's either Blink or you get Acceptor, one of the two.
Yeah.
Rarely you see Beastmaster get...
Or the Necro. I've seen Beast go for a fast Necro.
Fast Necro is also, possible.
Good against Dusa.
Yeah, good against Dusa, exactly. But he hasn't got any small components though, so I guess he wants to build a mobility. It's very common you just get a mobility item before you get Necrobook on the Beastmaster, but we shall see. And right now, Sumail, leader of the net worth, 4.9k, close to 5k, and Medusa and Shadow Fiend both on equal level, close behind. Fierce slightly lagging behind with 4.1. Then we see the Centaur, so see that at the moment with more farm costs, but EG supports are richer.
Also an interesting build from Fear going brown boots into Mask of Madness on the Aquila. You almost always see phase boots or treads upgraded first before the Mask of Madness comes out. So limiting his damage output a little bit, but Fear just looking for opportunities to farm in the jungle. Hard camp respawns, and
he's like one of the few players that really likes to get Aquila on the safe lane. Helps with the pushing of tower, gives you that extra armor. Yeah, I mean, you're up against the Shadow Fiend, the extra armor obviously would help. And not to mention a slight little mana regen, but I guess Juggernaut doesn't really need the mana regen anyway, but it's just all the small little things that help you fight faster.
Yeah, not if you do this build, going for the stats, 1-1-1 opener, and now putting those extra points in the Blade Dance, so definitely playing the hard carry style that we've become accustomed to. Speaking of armor, Mikasa has his mech completed on the Shadow Fiend. Pretty good timing here on his power treads and Aquila. EG up top, thinking about having a go. Aoi does have a finger as he's level 8.
Shaker is ready.
Nearby, yeah, they're completely ready for this. Even the Centaur's inbound here. This could be a trap for EG. We'll take a look at Radiant Vision. Oh, they see Aoi. They jump over the tree line and blow him up as the Centaur hops over.
Very, very good rotation there because of the wall. They see the lion, and now Aoi's picking out this region and they know I'm here. That's why the gank didn't work. And maybe continuously farming out the middle, gets his point booster up now. He's very, very tanky at this point after acquiring the point booster, and Sidak going to try and push the tier 1 top, and this is going to be the annoying part of Trian. If everyone forgot that sometime ago that Trian was picked every game, if you don't down the tower at one shot, you're never going to down the tower again.
Yeah, you got to do it in the one fell swoop. Tree really struggles against like the flash pushing, but that style has just fallen so much out of favor. PPD thinking about a courier snipe here, but opts just to TP home.
Oh, he didn't have mana for the Chain Frost. Oh my god.
That hurts.
Otherwise, they would have gotten a kill. Centaur was teleporting inbound to get the kill on PPD. I guess they know PPD has a ward there. Why else would the Treant Protector be so deep in enemy territory?
Yeah, and here it is. Fresh one. They'll probably look to sentry that pretty soon. Lich might have a sentry on him. Yeah. Actually holding on to a smoke as well.
Key item coming out from Universe soon. He's 50 gold shot of the Blink Dagger that he wants to. Yeah, he's going to get one last hit. Going to sell the Bludgeon and Blink.
Yep, there it is. So a bit more mobile now, ready to create some space. PPD just about to ding level 6, so Overgrowth will also be coming out onto the field and become a factor here. Looking for that last point in the living armor when it becomes pretty potent. Sumail, first Oblivion Staff up, and has some more components towards the next one, at least just the Sage's Mask. So looking to have an Orchid in the near future. Not really the best Orchid timing that we've seen, but he'll have it at an okay mark. And mid lane actually getting aggressive onto Maybe. But that mana shield's there, it's maxed out, and yeah, Deuce is not going down anytime soon.
Here we go. The first Blink Dagger gank for Universe. The first Blink gank for Sidak didn't work out quite as well as they would want to, but EG hoping that their Blink gank with this smoke would actually turn out much better than Sidak's first gank.
Oh, here they go. They smoke behind Aoi in the lane, so they'll bait with the Lion. Fear's nearby, and they'll also have PPD on his way over, not smoked up. 4-hero rotation from EG with Universe in the front lines. And much to their dismay, they're not going to find too much. Sidak have already backed out. Sidak just seem on point with their movements this game. Although, as I say, that Shadow Fiend left behind. Universe blinks forward, Primal Roar, and that's going to be an Omni Slash and an easy kill for Fears. He is level 11 and has all those extra bounces.
Oh no, here comes the Centaur. He has Stampede though, if they want to continuously chase this, but gonna go back, try to push the mid tier 1. It's fairly low, and they want to just at least get a trade off on this.
Is under attack.
Tier 1 mid, very low. They've already used the glyph. Yeah, easy push for Sidak, and Medusa gets the last hit, and then up top, I was thinking Sidak, maybe they could come in and make a defense, but no, there will be a tower for tower trade. It is PPD that gets the last hit on the tower, getting a little closer to possible Arcane Boots. I believe that is the build he likes to go for.
Oh, bottom lane. They're gonna actually go Trian to farm. I guess he usually goes for Arcane Boots because you need the mana to sustain when you are running around, which is what he always does. Nature's Skies, placing wards and just like a moving ward basically to scout out the enemies. So you need Arcane Boots to sustain your movements around the map. And here we go, Earthshaker ready for that, has sentries for the Treant Protector.
There you go, one down, smack down in the middle of the fight. PPD gets that first point in the Nature's Skies. Actually not getting the last point in living armor, and instead getting the Nature's Skies. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, he realizes that he needs to be moving around the map, scouting for his team, and just giving that extra region around the map with the Invis, so you're not going to get so much levels as a support at this point of the game. You need to be moving around and helping your team in general, so you need to use whatever levels you have very wisely.
And it's also not that much of a bloodbath. I feel like that's where that last point in living armor really helps when people are in lane, taking a lot of damage, need the support. Here, he hasn't really had that issue. Top lane, looks like EG will disengage as maybe TP's in. Stampede Blink ready on the Centaur, but they will not initiate. So, all right, 2-1 in tower count right now. Sidak taking the lead on that front. Sumail does grab his Orchid here, so had it right around that 17-minute mark.
Shadow Fiend is very vulnerable right now. He has 2.5k gold. He hasn't decided what he wants to.
Blink could be an option for him here.
Use would be a good option as well, if but they rarely go Blink on the Chinese Shadow Fiends because you can use Use to take away the Overgrowth, good against the Omni Slash, take away the silence from the Storm as well.
True. He could also just go into a Manta earlier
a lot
than
of
usual.
usage, but Manta would be probably just what he wants to.
Sumail walks right into it, but he'll zip away. He'll be okay. Reveals the smoke. Now the rest of EG, what do they do? Try to take the fight or disengage, and they will do the latter.
That kid.
Fast reactions from Sumail, but here's the smoke from EG. All 5 heroes grab the bounty rune. Dire do not have any vision around this area, so they don't see the bounty rune disappear. They will huddle up around the tier 2 bottom, but if they poke near the Dire secret
Mikasa
shop...
goes for a blink, so we might see some one-ball combo with the Centaur.
Oh, wow. So this is a rarity to see a Shadow Fiend.
Oh my god, look at the positioning. This is going to be big.
Dire Courier flying over. Let's take a look at Radiant Vision here. This is Radiant. They have full intel with the Hawk. They know exactly what's going on. There's that little guy. Dire, they have no clue. They see a few mid now. And it looks like EG will not be able to get the initiation they're looking for. So now does pick off the Courier. So that is a little victory. I guess that makes the smoke worth it, but hoping for a bit more there.
Has fallen.
Yeah. Obviously, you want to get a kickoff, but you don't want to force things in a position like this. They're so deep into enemy territory. There were 2 towers surrounding them. It was a very risky play.
Radiant's top tower.
It was just not worth to take the risk there. They went for the easy tier 1.
Did they actually smoke Envision of this ward in the jungle? I think they did.
I'm not sure. I didn't actually pay attention to that. So
I didn't notice it at first, but I just realized they flopped that ward down before. So maybe it was scouted out by CDEC against their beautiful turtle positioning. But EG still get the tier 1 tower mid, so they don't get it for nothing. They'll move into the tier 2 mid lane as CDEC move into the tier 2 bottom. Both teams with a glyph. Dire will use theirs straight away. Is this going to be a tower for tower exchange here?
Yeah, they need to get this tower at one shot against the tree, and otherwise they'll be extremely frustrated with that. And here we go.
EG, they're rotating down.
They're gonna put a defense, put up the defense here.
But this pesky ward, they start to back out as they see EG making movements. Beastmaster as well as Lion on their way down. Now they see the Jug, and they will start to retreat. TP's out.
They need to bail right now. Fissure being used already. Big spam cooldown.
Garter gets stampeded to try and survive. Blink up in about 5 seconds on Universe. And it looks like all of them will make it away.
Yeah. That's the benefit of having Stampede. Can disengage anytime you want, so that you don't have casualties. Use it as an aggressive way to initiate as well. So a lot of utility in the Centaur when you have this sort of situations in a team fight. And now maybe gonna be very close to his Skadi. He basically just needs the Venom at this point, so he's gonna have a 20-minute Skadi, not too shabby. Storm will still be the leader in net worth, 9,000 gold at 20 minutes.
I like this style of putting Medusa mid though, making her a little bit more of an active core rather than just being that safe lane farmer who goes Linken's first and just turtles up. The Skadi just opens up a lot more options for her. Lets her actually be combative.
It's a very good way of like playing the meta at this point. Like you don't want a mid hero that's easily ganked by the enemy.
And also look at this skill build. Medusa level 13, no stats. He's just gone straight skills. I feel like that's kind of rare. Don't most Deuces at least prioritize some stats early on, like over split shot or over those early points in mana shield?
I don't really think you get stats because every skill you have is very useful. Like you're just gonna be doing the rush at this point with the vision they have from the Beastmaster. Juggernaut obviously easy rush with the healing wall and boost damage with Mask of Madness, but yeah, this rush is gonna go. I noticed CDEC gonna go get a kill on Sumail at top. Well worth it, yes, at least they got a kill.
Yeah, I guess shutting down the Storm, who is #1 on net worth, is kind of your ideal target to go for in that situation. But Rosh will indeed be uncontested. Universe making things very easy for Fear. Just over to the Juggernaut. No big surprise there. And only 2 heroes, so they get to split the XP. That puts Jug level 13, Universe now level 11. Primal Roar, a little bit strong.
Bottom lane. They are trying to set up a ground for Medusa. The Universe comes in.
Oh, Medusa in big trouble. Maybe out of mana, gets fingered. Now Hextech will have more than enough damage. They got the tower already. Stampede used to actually disengage. Not the best time to use the Stampede with 2 TPs.
If he had his items with him, he wouldn't have died. He would have been able to pop his 17 magic wand charges. And I mean, just one of the small things. Like, it's really unfortunate of the timing. Someone was using the courier and he was like, he got his items slower and this resulted in. It's rather unfortunate, but it's something that would change again.
Yes, indeed.
And if he popped his stick there, I think the fight would have just completely changed.
Yeah, I stick on Dusa, notoriously strong, gives you that mana, so gives you even more than what you'd expect.
Yeah, that was rather unfortunate, but life still has to go on, and maybe still manages to complete the Skadi. I imagine, like you mentioned, that Manta style would be really good against the Overgrowth, the Silence, so Manta would probably be his next big item from now on.
Yeah, the Scotty first seems to be kind of a standard when you go this style with the phase boots Aquila.
Yeah, gives you a lot of tankability, more than the Lincoln Sphere because of the raw mana and HP and the armor that you get from Skadi.
And just so much more utility as well. The slow is a really big deal compared to the Lincolns, which makes you tanky but doesn't really give you that much kill potential.
I guess you would argue that Lincolns makes you farm faster, and there's a Beastmaster and a Lion, but
Does Lincolns really make you farm that much
because
faster?
you have the regen, you can spam your Mystic Snake a lot early because like the build up, you get to buy a Perseverance early on.
Right, so you get the regen earlier.
So you get that, yeah, basically the extra regen would actually help you farm a lot faster in the lane.
Okay, I can see that. I see where you're coming from. Lich also finds his level 11 on the side of the Dire, so now Chain Frost with that slightly shorter cooldown. But it is Beastmaster now. Necrobook level 1 completed here on Universe to go with his Blink Dagger, so amassing more tools to try and deal with the Dusa, that mana drain most namely. I feel like Sumail hasn't gotten too much momentum off this Orchid, though.
He has a Soul Ring and a Bloodstone Recipe at the base. I'm surprised that he hasn't chose to actually have the Soul Ring instead of the Null Talisman in his inventory. That is actually an item that you want to have on Storm all the time.
Yeah, a nice, well, pretty early gem from EG picked up here on the tree, and PPG just moving around, being that mobile ward like you talked about, and helping EG get a little bit of map control. Looking at the Dire, they have no wards down right now, except this little guy in the bottom lane, so not really giving them a hell of a lot of intel here,
And
as they are turtled up at the top.
Mikasa saving a lot of gold. I think he's not very sure what direction he wants to go from this point. Either get a Manta, not sure if he wants to get a Skadi or Butterfly. Butterfly is still really good against Juggernaut and stuff like that. But another item I would see might turn out to be good would be Emerald Blade on the Shadowfiend, although we rarely see it.
We actually saw it earlier today.
Was it Dandy?
No, it was...
Here we go, the
I
Centaur.
forget who. Universe. Whoa, he gets
Gem?
jumped on. The Blink Brothers just bring him down.
Didn't you say he had a gem? Oh, it was
No,
on
PPD has it.
Okay,
yeah.
it wasn't on the Beastmaster, alright.
Yeah, PPD still has the gem. No, oh god, I'm forgetting which game it was now, but it wasn't a game that I was
Dire's
casting,
bottom
but there
tower
was
is
an
under
E-Blade
attack.
Shadow Fiend that came out.
It could be a great item this game. Medusa gets focused down by Raw and Juggernaut Omni-Slash.
Radiant's
E-Blade
middle tower
saves the day.
is under attack.
Yeah, and it's also good on the Shadow. He's like one of few carries that actually has enough magic damage to make it pretty scary if he can hit you with a Requiem and a
Yeah,
couple of raises.
definitely. The record is just... It does about 2,500 damage if you are next to him. Around
Yeah.
there. Spell damage, and with the E-Blade, definitely.
It was Ferrari that did it. That's who it was. Thank you, Twitch chat.
You're welcome.
All right, so 6-6. It's been a very quiet game here, Winter, but it's EG that have taken the big net worth lead of about 7,500, 5,000 experience also going in their favor. So just working the map a little bit more efficiently here with Storm Spirit and Juggernaut actually top of the net worth. Aegis soon to expire. Yeah, he's got
Radiant's top
about
tower is
45
under
seconds
attack.
left or so. Looks like EG won't make great use of
Yeah.
it, but a Battle Fury has appeared in the inventory of Ulfir.
Dire's middle tower
Farming,
is under
they need to
attack.
be more efficient and farming
Radiant's top
better.
tower is
So,
under
the
attack.
main difference at this point, I don't really feel the game is
Dire's
like
middle tower
such a
has
problem on
fallen.
PG side because like most of the farm is just basically the difference making on Aoi. Aoi has so much more net worth than the supports on CDAP. And not to
Oh
mention,
my, Blink Force
Yeah.
and 1,300 gold?
not to mention the support trend also has more net worth than the Earthshaker. This is something you don't see very often on a hero like Trend Protector.
Aoi has more farm than the Centaur.
Medusa.
Here we go. Dusa going in on the
Dire's bottom
Sumail.
tower
He'll
is under
scoot
attack.
out with the Zip Zap. He'll live for now. EG with a lot of reinforcements inbound. Not eager to take a fight.
Yeah, Aegis is already out.
Yeah. So they will just disengage, and they'll be just fine. 4 staff now completed on the Centaur as well. I mean, Aoi is notorious for being really more of a kind of like a 3 support in his ability just to find amazing farm, but
I don't think he's a support player.
I know, but this is still just... Where did he find this farm? Because Sumail and Fear have both been farming like crazy. I'm
Just go to the last hit counter and you would understand.
No, I mean, like, where is he finding the last hits? It seems like they've been farming on their cores pretty
Because
extensively as well.
Beastmaster was roaming as tank extensively with around the map, giving vision with the Hawk and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
he's been giving a lot of space to the Lion. Like somebody has to take the farm. Early game it was Lion with the blink trying to
Dire's
move around
top
before
tower is
Beastmaster
under attack.
has his item. So it's like they're taking turns of rotating the farm wisely now. Lion with the Force Staff, definitely a huge help to his team. And the next item I would see him getting probably a use. Yeah, he's gonna go for the use. He just got the Void Stone.
Okay. Well, other items on the Dire. There's a Manta style now on Shadow Fiend. Talked about it quite a bit. Makes a lot of sense against the Treant here, so we will finally spend some of that gold. And Fear getting a big return on that Battle Fury investment, and that'll be a Scotty, his first big item here after the farming tools.
Yeah, at the moment, EG just have much better farming utensils at their disposal. Battle Fury on Juggernaut.
Sumail up top in some trouble, but they just can't follow up in time. Gets hit by a fissure, but he'll be good. Double damage is living armor.
This game is gonna be a very, very close game. Like both sides have really good late game wise heroes.
Dire's
Beastmaster,
bottom
fantastic
tower
late
is
game.
under attack.
Lion as well with the mana drain. Good against the Medusa. Taking away the illusions as well here.
Dusa TP's in down bottom. As soon as Sumail sees that, he initiates, goes in on the Garter, gets the kill with his Orchid. And Lich will be able to TP out. Actually had a Vortex there, but
PPD the gem. Oh my god, he's gonna lose the gem.
oh,
That is huge.
Donge's utilized Fear, trying to TP out. He'll make it. Just
Oh,
barely. Now
he stole the
Universe
gem.
comes in, he gets the gem back, hasted up. He'll try to run away, but he gets brought down.
Oh!
Almost a
My
big play from
God,
Universe
that
there.
That was so close to getting away.
And they'll hand the gem over to Aggressive. Unfortunate for EG.
Oh dear, that is a huge blow. Now Treant has to be very careful when he's moving around. And look at the wards here. They're gonna get destroyed by C-Deck with the gem, with the free gem that gets got. Oh my god, that was... Did they actually try to kill the Dusa with Omni? Yeah, I guess so. They were
Looks like it.
They were trying to kill the Dusa with the Omni Slash.
Now, Sumail did complete his Bloodstone, so he's still very tanky, very farm.
He is
and
going to be a huge driving force on the EG side right now.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to kill the... Like, the Earthshaker and Lich are just literally food for him right now. They don't have any defensive items like Ghost Scepter, U-Scepter. As soon as he sees them, they are dead. And I see a lot of synergy between the Beastmaster and the Stormra. The Hawk providing the vision. As soon as the supports are caught out, one Blessed charge for the Storm.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, that's what we saw. As soon as they saw that Dusa TP out, and Sumail, finger on the trigger, ready to hop in. Now, Medusa also gets her Manta style, so now two heroes that can deal with the overgrowth. We still haven't even seen PPD use the ultimate yet, but hasn't had a great opportunity. Aoi in the tree line here will stay turtled up to stay safe. Garter gets scouted out by Sumail, and he'll do the same as he zips back to safety.
Oh, and now let's check on the Farm of Fear. He manages to finish the Skadi a while ago and now has another 2k goal. Looking at his options, Abyssal, Manta, not really that useful. Probably the biggest item he can get
Radiant's
is
top tower is under
Abyssal.
attack.
I mean, they already have the Roar from Beastmaster to kind of have that abyssal effect.
Butterfly is also a good choice here for... Or maybe even we've seen diffusers on Juggernaut to deal with like the Ghost Scepters, but
Incoming
at the
Ghost
same
Scepters.
yeah, at the same time, Mana Burn, I'm not sure how much it would change against the Medusa because it doesn't burn as much as Anti-Mage, but it's still a good item to have to take away the Mana Shield.
I mean, he could try to do like Diffusal Manta, but then the issue is he's stuck with his inventory that's like
Yeah, it's
kind of capped out on
a lot of small items.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
He has Battlefield, which just screams you want to get 6 big items every time.
Yeah, well, he clears out a nice big stack of Ancients here, so Fear's farm starting to skyrocket just a little bit more. And number one on net worth by about 3,000 gold or so. Shadow Fiend and Dusa actually surpassing Sumail for really the first time in this game. Showing that C-Deck definitely have a sign of life. PPD in the danger zone here. Where's the gem? Somebody's got it. It's the Centaur.
This is the man.
Yeah, he is. He's in pretty deep right now. Aggressive, actually on his way over. He jumps to the high ground, finds the ward, and PPD is like, yeah, I'm out of here.
They just have so much back control with the... I'm starting to see the synergy between the draft that PPD put together. Beastmaster, Hawk, Vision. Treant Protector, Moving Ward. Placing Observer Wards in crucial locations in the map with the Nature Skies. And Storm, you see one free support kill with the Vision, you know he's alone, free burst of charge. And you buy a lot of time for the whole team, a lot of space for the whole team to
Radiant's
farm.
bottom
And like you
tower
mentioned,
is
Aoi
under
is just
attack.
taking up into a core position right now with the Lion. Look at his net worth, it's already surpassing Universe.
Yeah.
And here we go.
He's officially moved
We're
into
gonna
the
punish the Greedy Lion.
Yeah, aggressive starts it off, and plenty of burst damage to bring him down. Nowhere that Aoi could go with that one. So just a quick pick for C-Deck, and
It's gonna
nice
be a lot of
1,000
game.
net worth game.
It's gonna be a lot of games.
Yeah, I mean, 16 kills in 32 minutes usually means a little bit passive, and that's what we're seeing here. Fear still just
a little bit
farming away.
passive.
A little
It's
bit.
really mild to put with.
All right, it's pretty damn passive. One kill every 2 minutes. Not so much
Radiant's
blood being
top
shed
tower
here.
is under attack.
We want to
So-
see some CIS bloodbath.
Yeah, exactly. Who actually has the better late game, though? I mean, Deuce, Shadow Fiend, obvious hard carries, but EG has some tools.
EG
and-
has map control heroes plus
Yeah.
catch heroes, which are very valuable in late game. Like C-Deck's catch is Earthshaker and Centaur. Earthshaker doesn't even have blink, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of catch, Q going to be caught out by Sumail. Is the Soulburn going to be enough to bring him down? No. Stone Gaze from Maybe utilized as Sumail tries to make the escape. He will be okay for now. Living Armor helping him out for the rest of C-Deck. Inbound. They're coming in. They want Sumail. Requiem. It'll blow him up. The souls pop, and that's a dead Storm.
Oh my god, the damage. And Roshan is up.
Yeah, 1,300 net worth trade in
Sumail's-
favor of C-Deck.
Sumail's 30 seconds only. So there's no tier 1 tower, so he can only TP to the tier 2 at bottom, but 18 seconds, I don't think, yeah, there's no way he reached short time.
Ooh, but EG may still go for it. They smoke. Roche at about half health, falling quickly. Fear charging in, has an Omni Slash at level 3. Primal Roar used on the Shadow Fiend. He gets fingered. They bring him down. Now Sumail joins the party. Shadow Fiend buys back to get into the fray. PPD will use the ultimate off to the side. Dusa getting low, out of mana, about to fall. They will bring her down as aggressive comes in, buys her a few seconds, but it just doesn't matter. Mikasa now back into the Roche pit. They find the kill on Lich. It'll be EG coming out ahead. Mikasa mechs up, uses the Manta, but it just isn't enough. Roche not going to help him out either as he's landing the right clicks.
He blinked in, he tried to Nyonya to get the Roshan, and he got bashed twice by Roshan.
Immortality is
my.
mine.
That's about as unfortunate as it gets. So Radiant gets the kill on Roche, and Aegis goes to Sumail.
This is a huge turnaround. That was a very worthy buyback on the Storm, even though it was like, I think 10 seconds left on the death timer, but
Still
well,
worth it.
well worth, yeah. Getting the Aegis on the Storm, died on the Shadow Fiend, he killed the like,
Dyer's
Medusa didn't
bottom
have Stone Gaze
tower
there,
is
so
under attack.
she had no way of
Dyer's
defending
structures
herself.
are fortified.
Butterfly now out on Fear, so he just goes for the big ticket items here. Once the evasion, while these two carries are
Dyer's
away from the
bottom tower
MKB,
has
Shadow
fallen.
Fiend picks up an ultimate orb, and the Dusa goes into a talisman. So both of them committing to other items outside of the
Dyer's top
MKB,
tower is under
proving to be a smart
Dyer's
pickup from
top
Fear.
tower
Now
has
aggressive comes in,
fallen.
hoof stomp to try and slow down this push. EG will go to the high ground. 3 heroes in the bottom, but up top they've got Sumail as well as Aoi ready to try and do some split push. They'll get the tier 3 down below half health. Glyph is not available. EG ready to do a
Dyer's
lot of
top
damage to the
tower
base.
is
Now they
under
force
attack.
a TP reaction to the top after doing just about 20% damage to this tower as well.
Oh, things suddenly not looking too shabby for C-Deck.
Or looking shabby, rather.
Alright, so
10,000 golden experience in favor of EG.
yeah, finally Universe finishes the Necrobook tree. What does Aoi complete? He's going to complete his use fairly soon, and PPD as usual going to be that 10th or what, 6th row support, like
Yep.
people say.
Number 6, there you go. He's closing in on a Blink Dagger, though. 1,800 gold-ish. Not that far away.
Yes, he gave that bounty rune to the tree and protector.
Look at that. Sharing is caring, Winter. That's what I like to say.
Yeah, here we go. Storm is gonna be trying to find more Bloodstone charges with this in this room, but sadly there's no one in the jungle. Not gonna find anybody, so he's gonna just continue farming. Did they actually purchase a second gem? I want to say.
I don't think so. I don't see one. I don't think the Centaur died in that last fight either. He's still hanging on.
No, yeah, he actually missed his storm and he just blinked out. He didn't blink and storm, that's why. Then he just like, oh crap, I missed my storm, I'm getting out with the gem.
Yeah. So C-Deck did hold on to that. I guess that's like the one positive thing you can say from that last fight is that they didn't lose the gem. Feels pretty minor though in comparison to handing over the Aegis to Storm Spirit.
Doesn't mean as much like
Yeah.
10 minutes. If it were to happen 10 minutes ago, you'd probably say it's not a big deal. But 36 minutes into the game, it's 900 gold item doesn't really matter so much anymore. You could easily purchase a new one. But at this point, looking at the map control of EG, they have a lot more vision assets.
Yeah, he's going in on the baby. Yeah, the team is here. They're going to try to fight this. Sumail takes a lot of damage. Yeah, the Echo does some serious work here. Storm does live. Aoi coming in. but maybe's there, and he does have the Stone Gaze on. EG walk away with everyone still alive, but so will CDEC.
They are so lucky not to lose the Aegis on the Storm at least.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. He's also picked up a Shiva's Guard now.
Yeah, very helpful against the Shadow Fiend and the Medusa, of course, reducing their damage output in the team fights with the aura, and not to mention having that
Huge
active
armor.
ice blast, like Arctic blast, to actually give them vision and further controlling the team fights they are going to have. And Mikasa is just greatly slowed down by that last fight.
PPD gets caught out here. He does, however, buy his Blink Dagger before he dies at that little side shot. So, not the biggest loss. Now EG up top doing a little bit of the split push. They get poked by the fissure. Garter comes in, but Sumail just flying around. They don't seem to be able to control him too well. He's got the Aegis of the Immortal. Don't forget, almost gets the kill on the Earthshaker. Garter lives.
Stick charges.
With like 15 hit points.
Stick charges kept him alive, and that was close. Like Sumail would have gotten a kill otherwise, but an extra Bloodstone charge. He's going to lose his Aegis in around a minute more, so he might want to just find some fights as soon as PPD responds with like the blink that you mentioned he purchased before he died.
Yeah. But they still get a lot of damage into that tier 3 tower, both the top and bottom. Pretty low.
They wish they had the Triumph Protector instead of the Lich.
Yeah, seriously.
Fix it. The Carpenters.
Yeah, you know, they added the change so now you can frost armor the towers, but that feels like one of the most lackluster changes. It's like hardly even a buff. It just doesn't really seem to make a noticeable difference.
Sometimes it helps, I guess, when you're like, maybe you need.
I guess the attack speed slow is the
You
big
need
thing.
another 5 seconds for a certain crucial hero to come back to life after dying,
Yeah.
and the ice armor just gives you the 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I always forget about that attack slow. Get
Yeah.
caught up on the armor, but the attack speed slow actually does reduce DPS a fair bit. Minus 20. So Shadow Fiend farming down bottom. What is he doing with this ultimate orb here? Probably a Scotty coming out on him. Yeah, I would imagine, since he has the mantle already. And now the Aegis will disappear. Medusa looking for the butterfly. Talisman with 3,300 gold actually closing in, but at this point, CDEC need to be cautious about buyback. And if their cores are caught without it and their base gets breached, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, this is a very dangerous time for CDEC. But at the same time, you talk about you wanting to save buyback, but if you are forced to use a buyback, the game is literally just going to be over. If you have to use your buyback on the Shadow Fiend or the Medusa to defend, because then the enemy backs off, secures Roshan again, because EG has map control heroes. Like Roshan is just easy for them to secure whenever they want to. So the buyback, if you're forced to use buyback, probably it just doesn't give you any hope of coming back into the game. The other option would be just to use up all the gold on the carries, and hopefully you win the fight.
Okay, so there's two approaches: either go all in and take that edge to win the fight with everything you have, or
if you are using buyback, you're not. Basically, what I'm trying to say, to use buyback, you're not going to win the game.
okay, it's sort of, yeah, I know what you mean. There's other situations. It seems like somebody does the safe choice, buys a BKB, and it's like, well, now you live a little longer, but that item's not going to win you the game necessarily.
Like if you survive the fight, you manage to turn the tides of battle with just one extra spell being casted or something along the lines that you change the game. You kill a hero, you force them back, you push the map out, and you control the Roche again. But at this point, EG is going to be the ones having far better map control. Just look at their vision. They have vision on the top side of the map, seeing the lanes. Bottom lane, you have the Beastmaster Hawk running around, so as PPD. So basically, EG sees almost everything, and they just took away the ward with the gem on the Centaur.
Yeah. So, and CDEC looking at their vision, they have one ward down. It's this Big Daddy outside of the base in the top lane, but not a lot of vision around the map.
Yeah.
And EG just kind of continually farming a little bit. You look at the gold graph, and it feels like CDEC has been putting up a good fight. It's only a 1-kill difference, but it's a 15,000 golden experience lead for the Evil Geniuses.
Tells you a lot about the importance of map control. Having Beastmaster and Triumph Protector.
Yeah.
The team of the game for PPD.
Yeah.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Sumail jumps in up top, but he's going to get caught out. Stun after stun. They channel the Requiem. He still lives. Oh, this guy, what a player. He makes it out, and he gets the Courier. Dire Courier with quite a bit of shit on it.
Well,
that's Mikasa's.
He had a lot of armor and HP from the items that he has. So
that's Mikasa's Scotty, though. It's on the Courier for 2 minutes.
Oh dear, that is actually.
It had a lot of cargo and some wards as well.
Are they going to try to push, knowing that they just lost a precious cargo?
I guess so. I mean, it looks like it. They group up as 5. They kind of look towards mid, and now they just rotate up top. There's a tier 1 tower here, and seems to be the target of their choice.
They are going to try and go on Sumail once more, but it's difficult to get him down without... They need to chain the Echo Slam, Fissure plus the Centaur Hoofstorm. They need a fair amount of disable time to be able to take him down.
But look at EG. They're already knocking on the front door of the base and putting Sudak in this situation. Do we push? Do we retreat? And right now, they're just kind of running in circles trying to decide.
Dusa doesn't have TP?
Oh no, Lich doesn't have TP. In comes Sumail though, he interrupts Garter, gets the kill there as they try to come back. Meanwhile at the base, Fear gets a tier 3 tower, maybe is the one here to defend. Hanging on to that ultimate for now as Fear is trying to make his retreat. Mikasa on the way in, there's the Stampede. Overgrowth from PPD stops them all dead in their tracks, and that will keep Fear alive. PPD may not be so lucky though. Taking a lot of damage here. They've got the gem and they will be able to track him down despite the Nature's Guys.
Dude, that's such a bro move. We saw Universe with his brother move yesterday. The day before with his Clockwork hooking in to force our Fear out of trouble. And today we see PPD, Blink, Overgrowth, sacrifices himself for the greater good and make sure that Fear gets out.
Yeah, but it's also just about being a distraction, creating some space up top. They got 2 kills on the supports as they tried to make their retreat.
Yeah, it's like the story of the supports like Earthshaker and Lich against a Storm. This late into the game, you're just always free Bloodstone charges as long as the Storm sees you. You're just dead.
Yeah. Sumail still getting a lot of momentum. Not number 1 on net worth, but keeping up with the Dusa. Now has a full Scythe of Vice. Fear with about 5,000 gold. Hanging on to this Demon Edge, I reckon that's got to be an MKB. Knowing that Dusa's going for the Butterfly, has it completed, I think he wants that True Strike.
Yeah, he has it not right now. He just purchased the full
there it is.
Bar, and yeah, he's going to be a very big driving force of the EG's damage output right now with the MKB completed.
Universe too, look at him, he's pulling up, he's at 3,500.
Beastmaster, probably next item, Acceptor. I don't really think there's much that you can actually go for.
Even this late, do you think Ags is worth getting at any stage?
Yeah, like the range is really nice to have. Either you go for the Acceptor or you go for the Refresher on the Beastmaster, which these 2 items are the best items, I guess, to come to my mind. The Sub Cuirass is fine. A good item to buff your team or Blats, but I guess you want to have more lockdown. Like Refresher is... I feel Refresher would be the big item that he can get.
Yeah, though going the Aura build, the Vlad's AC could be pretty good here. Fear's not going to have any inventory slots for it. He has the Helm of the Dominator now.
Yeah.
And no one else can really farm it. I mean, Sumail
has their pros and cons, basically. It's up to him. Okay, here we go.
Oh, Medusa caught out. There's the Primal, and that's figured. Yeah, it's going to be an easy kill as they drop a couple of ultimates. Sumail, meanwhile, zoning out the rest of C-Deck. PPD comes in. Overgrowth on 1. It's just the Centaur, but they find the kill. Garter's already died. EG with a very fast 3-for-0 and just beautiful execution. They drop their 3 big ultimates on the Dusa, and Sumail's just pushing the rest of C-Deck away.
Control. Again, that control. The Hawk scouted everything, knew the exact position of the opponent. Heroes essentially, the Centaur and Earthshaker, and no chance, like, no chance in the fight. This Storm just took care of all the team fight controls of C-Deck.
Now their base isn't going to have a chance either. They've got no glyph for another 2 minutes. Bottom lane of Barracks go down. Taking a look at buyback. Dusa has one. Centaur does not. Earthshaker going to be stuck in the grave for just a couple of seconds here. Dusa will now buy back. EG committed to this tier 3 tower mid. They'll be able to bring this one down. Frostholder from Lich. Not going to be making a big difference. Fear taking some damage. Will try to Blade Fury away. Sumail making some space for him. Finishes off the melee Barracks. Now EG sound the retreat. Mikasa in the front lines. Fissure on 2, but now a stun on 2 the other way from the line. Sumail zipping around back and forth. Throws out the silence onto Garter. They'll mech. Chain Frost now starts bouncing. Split from EG. Ewers will stop it dead in its tracks. Here in the front line, so as much damage as he can, but the Requiem goes off. PPD's there, and the dunk. Can they kill these EG heroes? Shadowfiend goes down. Now he buys back. They finally bring down the Juggernaut. Sumail now on the low ground, out of mana, and soon to be out of health. Maybe he can still zip away. No, gets caught on the edge, but still finds the suicide. Now a buyback from the Jug. EG may try to end this one sooner rather than later after a chaotic fight in the mid.
And Roshan so happy up now, right now. And again, EG is going to get another Aegis and Cheese for themselves. Wow, they're actually not going to finish it. What's going on? They're going to push top?
This is a bit peculiar.
They're going to finish it.
Yeah, I think you really want the Aegis Cheese here. So looking at the buyback situation, 2 used,
Oh, maybe they're waiting for the Storm to come back alive.
Okay, yeah, they want to give Storm the Aegis, probably. Yeah, he buys BOTs now, so Sumail can just TP in right here. And easy peasy. There you go. Sumail gets the Aegis, and Cheese will go to Aoi 2000. So 2 buybacks used for C-Deck on the Dusa as well as the Shadow Fiend, 1 on EG. It was Fear on the Juggernaut to make sure they secure the Roche.
Using the buybacks, as I mentioned, very detrimental. They're being forced to use the buybacks. It basically means they have close to no chance to win the game already right now, unless they hit some sort of amazing Echo Slam plus Hoof Storm into the Shadow Fiend Requiem, which I am not sure. It depends on whether EG makes the misstep, grouping up too close for that combination to work.
And EG have a gem.
The refresher. He goes for the refresher and...
Oh, good call, Walter.
Trim Protector is the one to go for the Blats.
Okay, so PPD able to go for the aura items. They do buy another gem. Aoi just picks up another one. C-Deck have actually still held on to the one that they stole. Centaur, the tanky mother that he is, 3, 2, and 8, still hanging on to that gem.
And here comes the final push, EG.
Yeah. Or was it the other way around? Did they trade the gem back and then C-Deck bought a new one? That may have been what happened. I'm looking at the gem on Centaur's inventory, and it's not. It doesn't say it's owned by anyone else, so maybe he bought one. Either way, there's a gem on each side. That's what's really important here. So PPD, front lines here. Hawk scouting it out, taking a look at Radiant Vision. They've got a lot of intel. The Hawk goes down, and they'll lose one of those fresh observers.
Actually, Zairi, both the gems belong to EG.
Do they?
Yeah, if you buy your own gem, there's gonna be a name on it. If you took someone else's gem, especially the opponent's gem, there won't be a name.
Oh, there's no name if you have an opponent's gem?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Here we go.
Aoi goes right in with the Uzi, set it up. Now the BOTs from Fear. He joins the party straight away. They force out the BKB from Centaur, Stampede away, and C-Deck will be okay. No casualties here. But Stampede on cooldown, so good trade for EG regardless.
Oh dear, this is going to be the final push, and I am really doubtful that C-Deck would be able to hold here. It's just unless they hit some perfect combination of spells with Echo, Slam, start again.
And remember, Sumail has Aegis and buyback with BOTs, so theoretically they need to kill him 3 times in this fight, which I just don't see as a very plausible reality.
Yep, I have to agree that the Storm is just something C-Deck is not well equipped to deal with at this point of the game already.
Yeah, maybe trying to get an MKB here, has the Demon Edge, and still 900 short for the 2 Javelins. EG ready to move in, commence the slow siege. Haste Rune on the Beastmaster. This could be their initiation tool. Blink in, Primal Roar on the Dusa. Haste Rune back out. They're going to drop the hammer. Dusa in a lot of trouble. She'll possibly be the first to go down, and she will. Omni Slash across the creeps is enough. Chain Frost bouncing through, but Garter off to the side, isolated by PPD. The tier 3 falls, and C-Deck won't even stick around to watch their barracks go down as they tap out. 50 minutes of gameplay. EG taking 19 to 15.
This game may not have a lot of kills, but it's just a very good demonstration of understanding that PPD has in strategy. Like the draft has so much synergy and a lot of hidden small little details that makes it work, like the map control from the Hawk and the Treant Protector, allowing the Storm to just get the extra pick off here and there, having the